And we are live. What's going on, good people? You know who it is and what it be. It's Rob P. And I'm coming to you live for the first time since announcing my candidacy for Toledo City Council. So it's a big moment, y'all. It's a big moment. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I've been focused on really building from the ground up. And I think I'm at that point now where we can scale the impact that's been done. And I want you all on this journey with me. So, letting you know, man, I'm not a career politician. I'm someone who's been boots on the ground in the city, whether it's helping folks buy their first home, guiding young entrepreneurs, or serving on city boards. I've always believed in building from the inside out. And that's what this campaign is all about. So now we're official. Go to paskerfortoledo.com to learn more about the movement, volunteer, donate, or stay locked in with this campaign. So this isn't just a run, it's a movement. And I'm running to increase access to homeownership, restore our neighborhoods, and elevate the voices that typically get left out of City Hall. So I call it Pathways to Property, but it's bigger than property. It's about power, stability, opportunity for all of Toledo. And while I got you here, if you're watching right now, hit me with some questions. If you want to buy some homes, you're thinking about starting a business, you want to know, what my vision is, how I actually look to elevate Toledo, I'm here for it. So I love Toledo. I moved back to Toledo 10 years ago, really 11 years ago. I moved back in 2014 after living in Columbus for 6 years because I believe that Toledo is the best place for me, at least. It was the best place for me to come and build my business and build a legacy. And that's what I've done over the past decade. And I'm just looking to use that same energy, strategy, and service that I used to get this far to make it better as a whole for all of Toledo. So if you're rocking with me, let me know you're in the building. Put some ones in the chat. I got a few minutes here because it's a busy night. We got the Realtists. The Realtists are having their first Friday at City Vibes. And so if you're not familiar with the Realtist is an organization of community-minded, wealth-building minded real estate professionals that are focused on building communities' wealth. We're coming together for fellowship, to network, to politic at City Vibes for First Friday. So it's going to be a time. If you're available, come out and network. Explorers Academy is having their family conference at Warren AME Church this weekend. Tonight they're having a concert. And so I'll be stopping by the concert just to show some love, to get some of them vibes, to worship a little bit. And then the Art Commission is having the mix tonight. Big Art Commission fundraiser, plenty of art. Some of the best in Toledo is going to be in the building. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So it's a very, very eventful night, but it's going down. It's going down tonight. We got Darcel. Darcel says she sent me an address. I got that address, Darcel, and we can talk about that. There's a process, just like with anything. There's a certain process that we have to go by to make sure we're not spinning our wheels. And when it comes to helping people purchase homes, sell homes, I try to help people not waste their time because time is of the essence, and time is actually one of the most important resources. It's the one resource that we can't get back. You can't get it back. So, but we could talk offline, Darcel. We can talk offline. But yeah, y'all, this is, like I said, it's a movement. You see the T is super official. Rob Pasker for Toledo City Council. Like I said, if you're rocking with me, put a 1 in the chat. Let me know you're watching. I can tell you a little bit about just City Council in general for those that do not know. This race, the election will be November 4th. November 4th. It's going to be a Tuesday. There are 6 city council seats up for grabs right now. 6 city council seats. And there are 12 candidates. And I am one of those 12 candidates. And like I said, I'm looking to get a seat on city council to represent the people. I've worked with a lot of people on different capacities over the past decade. And I want to represent the people in ways that I see is not being represented on city council. The city of Toledo did a survey, and they're putting together a 5-year strategic plan. And in that strategic plan, housing is the number one need. Toledo's housing market is getting attention nationwide for being one of the most affordable markets in the nation. And we have to make it a priority to protect our citizens from the cost of property rising, property value rising, rents rising because of the influx of investors, institutional investors, out of state investors buying up our property and decreasing the supply. Right. And so when I look at the current city council, and I mean, I have nothing negative to say about anybody on the current city council, but I do believe that we need someone that has a background in real estate and housing to represent people as we move into the next 5 years, focusing on housing. How can we put together a 5 year plan and create legislation for housing if we don't have anybody that's had experience in housing on city council? And so, yeah, that's really important to me. Shout out to Tavy. What up, Tavy? That's really important to me, the housing piece. And I mean, it's more than just, it's more, yeah, I'm very passionate about increasing access to homeownership, making it easier for people who rent who want to become homeowners, because homeownership is the number one way that most Americans build their net worth. It's the way that most Americans build wealth in America. And so we're approaching a point with the trends that are in Toledo where we will have more renters than homeowners. And right now it's only 51% based off the last studies I saw. 51% of Toledoans actually own their properties. And with the influx of out-of-state investors, institutional investors, we're going to be a city of renters here shortly. And once that happens, it's going to be really hard, because people who do not own their homes, a lot of them it's going to find it really hard. For one, a third of our city is already house burden, meaning that they pay at least a third of their income towards housing, which is most people's largest expense. HUD, the Department of Housing and Urban Development, says that if you spend more than 30% of your income on your housing, you are now housing burden. And that puts you in a position where you have to choose between paying rent and saving your money, or paying rent and paying some bills, right? Half of those people, that 30% of Toledo that is house burden, half of them are paying over 50% of their housing towards 50% of their income towards housing, which is just a horrible position to be in. And again, increasing access to homeownership is important to me because it helps families hedge themselves against inflation. It helps hedge themselves against rising costs, because when they own their home, they have a mortgage, whether they have a mortgage or whether they just, they own it outright, they don't have to worry about the price increasing year over year unless there's a tax increase or an insurance increase. Protecting our tenants. I truly believe with the influx of out-of-state investors and institutional investors, we need to put systems in place to hold these landlords and these property owners accountable. We need to hold them accountable 100%. I mean, we need to make sure that our tenants aren't getting taken advantage of. We need to make sure that we're not having illegal or unconstitutional evictions taking place. And we need to put systems in place to hold them accountable, enforce certain things if need be. Protect our city. Protect our city when it comes to housing, because like I said, that's what we're getting attention for right now. So, and beyond that, how can the city better support small businesses? Economic development is a big piece. It's a big buzzword, economic development, because as our economy rises, they say a rising tide lifts all boats, right? But we need to make sure that the tide that's rising is coming from Toledo. We need to lift Toledoans up. And I believe that we grow Toledo by growing Toledoans, and we grow our economy by growing our Toledo businesses. So what can the city do to support small businesses? And then as far as community engagement, how can the city be more engaged with the citizens? I'm a former teacher. Before I got my real estate license, I worked in schools, Columbus City Schools, Toledo Public Schools, charter schools. And so my heart is always going to be with the youth. And, I love what the city has done with their summer youth programming, but I want to see us maintain that and maybe even expand the options, because when we talk about crime, I do believe that crime is a symptom of poverty. It's a symptom of people who have no hope, who have no other options, of people who feel disenfranchised. Those are the ones that commit the crime. And so what can we do to get these people engaged at a younger age? How can we introduce them to new lifestyles and to new programs and new pathways to prosperity? How can the city support that? And how can we partner with the organizations that are already doing the work on the ground? So I do believe that the city is done a good job in that, but I want to help to maintain that and expand that. And then also just make sure that our police department and our fire department have what they need to be successful, because without them, the city would be straight chaos. So it is important that we support our police officers and support our fire department as well. So it's a lot, and I can go on and on and on. But like I said, ultimately go to paskerfortoledo.com. Website just dropped today. I just finished it. Hey, and I'm getting this out the mud. I am getting this out the mud. Yes, I've had people that tell me, Rob, you need to run. I've had my people ask me, but I'm not a part of any political machine, y'all. Everything that y'all see is coming from me. It's coming from me. I'm giving birth to it. So this website, I've been working on it for like the past week. I put it together. I'm actually kind of proud of it. So check it out. Give me some feedback. And this is a movement. It's bigger than me. This is about the people. This is a people thing. This is about building equity, and it's about progress, right? And it's about accountability. So to bring this to fruition, it's going to take many hands. They say many hands make light work, but it's going to take many hands to make this possible come November 4th, because we got a lot of people we need to touch. A lot of people need to be touched. A lot of conversations need to be had. A lot of phone calls, a lot of text messages, a lot of doors need to be knocked. And like I said, I can't do it all alone. So I'm going to need volunteers. I'm going to need people to help door knock with me. I'm going to need people to put in phone calls. I'm going to need people to text people. I'm going to need, even if you don't have 5 minutes for that, talk to your family about who I am and my mission and how you feel I would help make this city a better place. That goes a long way. So I know November sounds like it's kind of far from now, but it's really not. And the truth of the matter is, this is a marathon. This is a marathon. So I'm here. I'm built for it. And I'm excited. I'm excited for the future. So like I said, I'm here for the people. I want to make this a better city for all of you all, and just create more opportunity. I love Toledo, and I want to create a Toledo where I can't say everybody, because you can't please everybody, but I do want to make a Toledo that is proud to say they're from Toledo, like I am. Shout out to my mom, my treasurer. She's in the building. She's in the building. Thank you. She checked out the website. So paskerfortoledo.com. Sign up for volunteer, donate, because this campaign can't run off of love. Love will get it very far, but we need some dollars too. So shout out to that. Shout out to the 43615. That's where I'm from. Out here. Throw up the H. Out here. We in the building. So with that being said, do me a favor. If you're watching this still, share it, comment, share it. But I'm gonna get ready to go. It's time to head out. It's gonna be an eventful night. So I'm gonna see y'all, and I'll be coming to y'all. If y'all got any ideas, you got anything you want me to talk about, any questions, inbox me, comment here, and we'll talk. We'll keep it going. But I appreciate y'all, and I will see y'all soon.